1. Unpause. 6, 7,
7,
8.
8, 9, 10.
Okay, all right, let's see. So we've got the ex-officers club here. We've got 1ID T3 Burn from the Rangers. I wonder if these guys are really ex-military. And his partner playing as the Brits is 1ID T3 Wilson Ranger. So who knows? I don't know what T3 is. I know about O for officer, but who knows? Meanwhile, on the other side, Boys with Guns, we've got a nicely placed Wehrmacht Tier 1 from SSRB. And then Udo has gone for a bike opening, followed by a PG. So a little bit rare to see the bike open like this without the Bursa, but it's great on this map. Going straight for the cutoff. Interesting choice. Usually we see people head right for the fuels. We'll see what he chooses to do.
This cutoff really doesn't connect anything. If you cap correctly, like the 5 fuel and the 5 munitions and the 5 your defensive 5, your mid 5 fuel, they're all connected. You don't really need to rush this manpower point.
No, it's definitely optional.
Yeah, but it's the same as in 1v1s. Like Pekino's always had like these optional cutoffs.
Yeah, and that means that meanwhile, the Allies are rushing both fuels. One engineer went straight there for going the side +5s at all. We've got a rifle that went and made sure it could control the building. And then once it saw no real competition, went to grab the fuel. And that's because there's a sniper as the second unit at a Tier 1 for, was it SSRB? SSRB. Which is very aggressive. He does have the Grenda screen, so not like totally naked sniper. But essentially, and I wonder if we're going to see him just play topside with his ally, because you can't really push. Like, this area has just enough shot blockers that I think you can't really push with a sniper until you've got a lot more backup for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no cheap, so it's not as scary.
Yeah, it reveals itself shooting the MG, which is going to vacate the building quickly. But yeah, they need to go for this fuel here. One of them. They need to pick a side and kind of commit to it. If you give both +10 fuels, you fall very, very far behind in tech.
Yeah, this is not... You need one of them, and you can totally push off the Brit player up north here.
That said, if they can decap that top fuel, that'll help a lot. And if they can then control both +5s, then they won't be too behind. Sniper's been flanked, but there's buildings here, so pretty hard to kill it, I think. Although if he doesn't, the sniper doesn't take either building, and the rifles take both. I guess he can get in the building with the Gren, actually. Okay, he's going to run. This is maybe the worst choice. He'll be lucky to live here. I think he's going to. There's only 3 men in this rifle squad, so... And they're not chasing, crucially. So sniper going to just barely get away. Very important. But now he's got to think about, like, healing or getting vet 1 so he can get the heals off. That's not a usable level of health for a sniper.
Yeah, this sniper becomes pretty hard to use when you have no heals, because the risk of one bullet hitting it and it just dies.
Defend our victory point.
I mean, technically, the DAP player can send in his 250 for the medical drop.
Yep, very true. A lot of resources getting floated for SSRB here. He needs to think about spending some of those. He is getting heals now. Maybe just focused on microing in the middle. This is a very awkward spot for the Axis. The rifle's all around them.
Yeah, Pioneer, I think, died for SSRB.
Yeah, it's like...
They're kind of getting, like, choked in the center now.
Yeah, run the risk of losing this MG, which is a huge thing. Needs maybe these Panzerpiles to pick it up, but they're so low health. I don't think they can get out now. I think you got to gamble this. You don't want to lose this. Oh, it's set up. He's screwed. Yeah, that's gonna go over. Really nice pickup for the Allies. So now they have stolen MG42. They killed the Panzerpile as well, and they've controlled both of the medium fuels this entire time. So. Huge fuel lead.
As well. I don't know where the bike died, but it died. Oh, the bike's on the cutoff dead. The manpower cutoff. I don't know what killed that. The dingo perhaps dived?
Oh yeah, I'm not sure I missed that. I was too busy looking at the fighting in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So
certainly not a good start for Axis. We'll see if they can pull this back here.
it's definitely not a situation you want to be in. Especially as Dak losing both the bike and the Panzer Pioneer.
Yeah, it's very easy as DAC to lose a few units and then look at your unit shields and go, wait, I don't have an army anymore.
And like with both those specific units, Panzer Pioneers dying and the bike dying, now your P-Guns have to cap. And you don't want the P-Guns to cap, generally.
Yeah, it puts you in an awkward spot for sure.
The M8 is coming out though for the US. Panzer Jaeger is being built. Never mind, it got no. He was thinking about it. He is locked in now.
Putting enough fuel to good use here. Well, the mortar's going to help a lot. Where's that sniper? Needs to help clear these buildings. It's just been sitting in base.
Who kills the sniper? And it's been out for like 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think it sat in base a little longer than SSRB probably would have wanted. Maybe micro slipping a little bit there.
Yeah, and it is headquarters heals, which is never great.
Yeah.
I think it'll just go down low.
We talked about this yesterday, but I think it's always worth noting, especially with players that don't have a lot of tournament experience. It's stressful, man. You know your games are going to be cast. You know your opponents might be good. I think I watch when I did guess the MMR, we watched 1900 Elo player games, and people would go, "These guys look like noobs." So
yeah.
when you're actually a 1200 Elo player or whatever it may be, and you're playing in a tournament for the first time, and everyone's going to be watching, it's already stressful. So I think it's it's always worth noting that I don't ever blame people if a sniper spends a little bit of time in base because you're micro and hard to mid. I think that's very understandable.
That's fine. Yeah.
When it's your first.
I mean, as an amazing player, like as I am, even I get tournament anxiety.
Oh no, this choice though.
Yeah.
The sniper, is it blessed enough to survive this? No.
No, it's not. Not today.
Turns out you cannot take a cheeky shot at an M8 and live to tell about it.
He forgot to load the AP round.
He let his intrusive thoughts win. He's like, maybe I can snipe the driver.
I don't think it works like that, my friend.
Yeah, Allies wasting not much time here to wrap up the rest of the map. They're taking over this side. Now, I will say, there's no AT for our Brit player. I can't remember which, Wilson. And we've got an A-Red on the field. So there's an opportunity here. Could chase a lot of stuff down. The REs do run right away, though.
Yeah. Good awareness there.
Tier 3 up now. Half track coming out. Looks like no upgrades coming just yet.
I think you have to get an AT gun though, at least the Brit player. Oh, he's actually never mind. I'm looking at the wrong resources. Yeah, he can get a tank out.
He's going straight to tier 3. I like this choice. I think it's good when you have a lead like this to push it.
Yeah.
And you can stall against an 8-rad. There's enough green cover on this map. He's got the commandos for the snare, and his ally has a couple of soft AT options in the M8 and the Scott. So I like this, just going straight to the vehicle. He's getting a Crusader now, so this is going to be a sub 10-minute Crusader. Really doing a good job using this fuel advantage.
I'm kind of curious, like, how well do double Panzerjäger do against the Crusader?
I feel like it's a little RNG-y. Like if the Crusader gets a good first shot, then that PJ has to leave. But if it doesn't get a good first shot, and that first volley will take it down, I think, to almost half health. So
it always can, the PJ.
Yeah. AT. I don't believe AT rifles can fail to pin a Crusader. I don't think that's possible. So I believe they actually will do okay. So like if they're in green cover and they're attacking from camo, they'll do okay. And actually, they're in the 250s, so which changes the calculations a bit.
Yeah. definitely something you have to be aware, a little aware of. If you're gonna dive at the Crusade, don't dive straight into those PJs. But of course, there's always risk in sitting in the 251s as well, because if you don't have the micro or you micro slips and you know the 250 dies, that squad can die.
Yeah, it's true. It's definitely a gamble. He's out of the 250 now, though, and Crusader gets Fausted. No stun on the Stummel, so this Crusader should be able to get away. Don't really think the PJs should chase around the corner. You always get clumped going around the corner, and yeah, the M8 and the Crusader love that. Happy to see that squad stack up as they turn the corner there.
And like now that one Panzerjäger's off the field, no more snares. You could honestly just die for this.
Yeah, probably could. Oh, Panzer Pile.
Died.
No, Panzer Grenadier goes down there. That's a big loss.
That's
it. They only have 50 points left.
Yeah, VP's ticking away.
I mean, the Allied team in this game was just a bit more coordinated and a bit more focused on the correct parts of the map. I think the Axis here just focused too much on the mid and just completely ignored the 10 fuels and the flanks. And I think there's also build was a little bit weird for the Wehrmacht player. What was it? 1 Grand Sniper Mortar?
Mm-hmm. He got a second Grand at some point. And then this, as we've discussed, the Stug Assault Group is fun. I have tried to make it work, but it is generally considered a throw, I think, for good reason. So this is almost a shutout. They did take a few points off, so they can take some heart in that. But Crusader dives in as the VPs tick down. So quick first game here. Hopefully the second one, you know, they put up a little bit more of a fight. We'll jump right into it.
Yep.
Make sure we can get into the action here, since that one was a bit easy. But we'll hop right into game 2 here. Maybe
the better as allies, you know. Yeah,
the better as allies, or maybe the officers are, you know, better as allies as well, and they'll put a better fight here. Okay, I'll pause at 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause at 5.
Okay. Unpausing in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 6, 7,
8, 9,
okay.
10.
We are all good. And so this time, we've got the boys with guns as allies, and they've gone double US. We have Airborne immediately picked for SSRB. He's dropping a weapon support center. I like this. While his ally puts down a barracks. So I'd love to see them play together on half of the map. Since they're doing this WSC rack split, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of force multipliers in WSC. You get screening for the sniper from the rifles. You've got the MG. So I really want to see them play together. Meanwhile, we've got mixed access again here, and similar, actually same build here, but this time bike I think heading more in the correct direction. We've got it back. I'd switch the order I did these things in, you know, the bike back capping versus the pile, but
yeah,
both work though. And you know, because the bike moves faster, this might actually be a little bit more efficient technically. I'm not totally sure.
You know what? That is actually valid technically. If because now the Panzerpenny is on the fuel. If anything comes and pushes the 10 feet, the bike can just come and support it instantly.
Yeah, I always send the bike first, but I actually kind of like this because, yeah, it means that you can get both units in combat if there's a fight there. Yeah. So I like this cap order from Wilson. I think it's good.
Axis. Axis kind of want to play a little bit more. Like in the early game, they kind of need all their pieces together. A rifleman will just beat whatever, you know, your opponent has if on its own, that is.
Interesting tank trap cover here built by the engineers. I think Code 2 player detected. I know this was the standard thing in Code 2, right? Was using the tank traps. So
as you at Steph, you would build tank traps for cover because
no sandbags or something.
Yeah. I don't think they had sandbags. It's been so long since I played Code 2. I don't think they had sandbags. If they did, it was just tank traps were just more durable.
Yeah, well, it's happening again here. So probably
is that a thing you've been seeing more? I know I've been seeing a lot of what's we call it? I can't remember the code now.
You're talking about the Brit ones, or?
That's it. I'm seeing a lot more like Brit and Wehrmacht tank traps. I don't often see the USF placing tank traps though.
Yeah, the
I
engineer's a
think they're
little
all the
rare.
exact same though, right? Functionally, they're all the same though. There's no difference between them. They're just visually different.
I believe that's correct, yeah. Okay, so same build here, except instead of a Gren, it's an MG and then the sniper. But it's clear that SSRB loves this sniper and his allies. Gonna have to do a good job protecting it, which they've done so far. So they are playing together, but once again, they're not playing the flank at all. So they're giving over the plus 2 fuel again, and I'm worried that this is going to be another quick one here, unless they can make a move for this fuel kind of quickly.
Oh no, the sniper. Oh no, this retreat. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, this seems like it's a little bit a lack of map knowledge, right? How to play this map, and playing the map, you gotta play the fuels on the sides. The middle is important, but you cannot in the early game ignore those flank fuels.
No, what generally happens is teams will contest both fuels, and then if a team can't win a fuel, then they'll come and support their ally. They'll be mid while their ally holds that other fuel. So you have this nice united front.
Exactly.
That said, there is a mortar out, and it's double MG from Burn.
Ooh. This is gonna hurt then. If that thing that gets vet 1, this mortar is gonna do a lot of work.
Yeah, I can see a world where the allies are able to take this left side, but I want to see the sniper just head. Oh, he needs heals is the problem. Someone needs to build
If
him.
one MG gets dropped and the USF get it, like that changes so much.
Yeah, it can definitely be a big swing, but so far I'm not seeing the mortar be that active. I don't think he has vision of the snipers. He needs to move this scout up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, when you're using a mortar, you always want it to be out. Just spam smoke, you know, even if, like, just keep spamming smoke whenever you can. Just make it really hard for your opponent to use their support weapons. Because there's, especially if, like, certain areas, for example, in the middle, you almost always can guarantee that there's a support gun covering that little alleyway or little entrance. So you just smoke that out, and now I have to move in to do so.
Yeah, it's very true. We see some defenses going down here in the mid from Udo. So I assume this is going to be a...
scout get a flare, the utility package, just to have more vision on where these MGs are. I mean, then he should know where the MGs are. They've been sat in the same spot for a decent bit, but getting that utility package for the flare, get vision on where the support guns are for the mortar.
Yeah, it's a big difference maker, especially when you're playing this kind of slow, static style. Ooh, funky wagon here for Wilson. I'm going to be getting that first strike bonus. And we see the rifles now moving out to the right side. This does make your retreat path a little more dangerous. I would really rather see them play left with the positions they have, but as long as they're going for a fuel, you know, that's the most important thing. Sniper micro again. Letting SSRB down, lucky to get away.
The MG does go down though. The Vickers, not the Vickers, but the Browning even.
Yeah, as Havoc was talking about earlier, these PGs with their ramping buff are very, very good at long range.
I always get caught out by that, like, late retreating now, and then if you late retreat, but then they've got the vet 1, you get sniped by them.
Yeah, they take even more, just doing even more damage. Very scary stuff.
They're just overly invested in defending their 5 fuel. Like, you know what's better than 5 fuel? 10.
It's twice as good, you could say.
It's twice as good. Yeah. But of course, like, I don't know these teams, players, like Eidos or whatever, but this just screams to me the lack of knowledge on the map, which is okay. You learn it. You know, the more you play, the more you learn the map.
Ooh, Rangers could pick up a PG here. That's a big win.
Yeah.
Bike's probably too fast. Oh, very narrow escape there. But there's not much now to stop these Rangers. Okay, never mind. Silkrins, with the buff, I would think should beat these Rangers. They're too low HP. They've got the
HP, yeah.
Yeah, the Rangers should probably want to conserve that manpower, but nice pickup there.
Grenade dodged easily enough. Oh, it still did a decent bit of damage.
Yeah, where's that mortar? It's in base, okay. Snipers at Vet 1, it's miraculously still alive. And allies now have more map control. They've actually got good fuel control now, controlling both of the middle +5s, controlling one of the side +10s.
Yeah. And I just seen that the Paras have the M1919s, which aren't like better than Riflemen, but they're still decent. They're still better than Grenadiers.
Yeah, and on this map, like especially if you're gonna camp around mid, sitting them in the buildings, they're very powerful. Sniper gonna go fight the side gunners here on this MG. I'm nervous for his. Oh no, he hit a mine! Oh man.
So for those who ask if a mine kills a sniper, there you go.
If you any potential snipers out there, if you try to get recruited for SSRB's army, I would desert. I would hide. I would go to another country.
So we have another assault grenadier being built for Dak, and he did build the med truck. I guess it's because he's gone for double 250 funk wagon.
Yeah, so there's no heals.
So yeah. What's your thoughts on the double funk wagon?
It's plus 10 muni. I like it. And they can both lay mines. They can cap. I like it because it means you can have one by your weapons teams and one by your infantry. He doesn't have any weapons teams, but I usually will get one and leave the 250 and then later get heals. I would rather have weapons teams, but with this build he's got, it means he can, you know, provide the CA plus first strike bonus to, you know, wherever, you know, middle and side.
Would you do it this early? Or do you think this is fine to do it like around now? Like, or early? He's got it earlier. He did it earlier. So, like...
I mean, I wouldn't call it. I don't call in the 250 for the funk wagon. I build one 250 and then you call in a second one. But at this stage of the game, that's probably what he did. So I think.
Yeah, he got it earlier for clarity. Like I've seen this a couple of minutes ago and thought I'd ask what your opinion on that is.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think the earlier you get the funk wagon, the more munitions it's going to give you. So.
I always forget it can drop telemines. So you know, like that Mooney game just goes into telemines. You get some like forward telemines that can really catch your opponent off guard.
This is a very funny position for a mortar pit. Don't know if that was intentional, but it has pulled the axis to it like moths to a flame, and there isn't a ton of stuff to stop them.
The
MG does turn around, yeah.
Yeah.
Final grenade attempting to kill it. Not going to do it, though. So a ton of muni expended. 45 plus 30, right? I can't remember what the PG grenade is. Anyway, over 50 munitions spent to try to kill that mortar pit. And it's just going to get repaired now. And now it's the Axis who are stuck defending their plus 5 in the middle, and the allies are capping the rest of the map up, it looks like.
Which player has... It's Udo, it's the red player. Does he have... logistics? No, he does not. Okay.
Let's go and tank depot.
2 rangers. He has 2 rangers, and it might be worth grabbing advanced logistics. He has gone tank with depot though, yeah. I mean, I think it's okay to not go advanced logistics if you're not playing rangers like uber aggressive. Like if you're playing the rangers to just like cover off yourself, I think it's fine. But if you're playing them aggressively, you're going to be bleeding manpower.
Yeah, I think it's generally pretty risky if you don't have logistics to go more than one ranger squad. Especially this early when they don't have the vet. Brumber is out now. So Axis, once again, we see the officers taking good advantage of that early fuel lead they had to quickly tech up. I think it's super important. And tier 3 from Wilson as well. Nothing yet, but they both have tank depot. So... should be okay.
You have the AT gun drop as well, so you know, and he's got good munitions, I believe. Am I the wrong person? Yeah, he's got 120 munitions, so he can pop the AP rounds a little bit.
Grenades coming too for Udo, so be able to stick yellow. He's only got 1 rifle left, so the rest are all rangers now.
A Panzer III for the DAP player. Okay.
I'm a little nervous. Okay.
A lot of Panzer III today.
This ranger could be in a bit of danger. Brumber not amazing at chasing and killing stuff, but this is a very low squad, so even a stray shot could do it.
Yeah, I think if the Brumber has the vet 1, then yes, it's probably going to die. Without it, it's a bit RNG. This mortar though needs to get out of dodge.
Oh, huge friendly fire.
We don't care about the Pioneer.
Okay, we see Wilson making really, really good use of all the munitions he's been
They
earning.
pushed us off a sector.
Putting a ton of mines down on this VP everywhere you could possibly want one. And
I can never be mine, so I'll take your word for it.
queued up at the plus 10
Defend
fuel
our
as
victory
well.
point. We're losing it.
Okay, tank traps going up to help, I guess, fight this Brumber. I wonder if you put an AT gun. I bet if you put an AT gun behind double tank traps, it protects it. Although the shell
Oh,
gets
yeah,
lobbed, so I'm not totally sure if it'll tank those. I guess we'll find out.
Versus Brumbar, probably not. Versus everything else, yes.
I guess it's still helpful even if it doesn't help against the Brumber.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I suppose.
Got the big camoed blob coming in. Should wipe this MG. Is this the 42? Looks like the 30 cal.
No, it's a 50 cal. He gets away anyway. They weren't really focusing it. They opted into focusing the mortar hit.
The victory point has fallen into enemy control.
With the Brumber on the field, the Axis are having a resurgence here. Both side fuels now in their control again. And Vanilla Sherman, this is with mechanized support, so we'll just have to hope and pray that we see it upgunned.
I'll give him benefit of the doubt because he's gone from MSC.
I have faith. Faith will see the upgun.
105 manpower, 40 fuel to get that 76 in the mirror. I don't know if he's going to be waiting for another shim before he gets it though.
Roger that.
Not with replenishing his paratroopers though.
Enemy activity near our munitions point.
Oh, these Rangers running into the Brumbar. Not really what you want to do when you haven't got logistics. I assume he hasn't got logistics still. No, he hasn't.
This is such a cool Sherman skin.
Our munitions point.
Really great shade of blue.
Yeah, I really need to start spending my merits or no, my war bonds, whichever the free ones are.
Is winning this fight.
VP's very close still.
Commander, we've lost the
So.
sector.
Could have a lot more game to play.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That's like pretty much the exact same.
What was that?
Oh, we seem
Close
to be
range
wiped.
Wiship. Actually doing work. Turns out when you're on the same screen as your opponent, the accuracy's not and scatter's not that bad.
What died? Is it an MG?
MG, the M1919 in the middle went down to the
I
west
see,
there.
yeah. The Wiship.
You actually had the upgun coming before another Sherman.
Oh.
What do you think about that?
Points is being neutralized.
I think it's fine if you're going for it right away. Like he could have got it right away a while ago. At this point, though, he could have got both. He was replenishing the paratroopers, and I think at some stage you've got to accept the squad isn't going to replenish to get another tank out, to keep, you know, your tanks going.
Yeah, although they don't have a lot of fuel income, so it might have been a choice where he goes, okay, it's going to be multiple minutes till I get the Sherman out, and I need to pen this Brumber now, so
You know what?
I'll
I can appreciate that too.
get the upgun and then... Very aggressive
I can appreciate that
MG42.
too.
This could go down if the 76 Sherman responds. One good mortar shell.
Victory point now under enemy control.
This would be a really nice pickup.
Oh,
It's
good.
vet 3.
How good is the 76mm against the Brumbar? Is it the same pen as the AZ8?
Yeah, I think they're almost identical. I think the EZ8 has a little bit more HP or something.
Yeah, it has more HP. Yeah, I think the pen is like it's the exact same. They just don't have the H-shot rounds. Not too far off another Sherman though for SSRB. Just need Bazooka did go down somewhere. I don't know where.
Right in front of the base. They're trying desperately to hold on here. This med tent's going to help a lot. You know, they help them stay on the field and heal. They got so many weapons teams they want to keep crewed. But yeah, both players with elite inf. It's really hard, I think, for the manpower situation. Usually, that's not what you say about allies when you don't have a. You know, Red didn't have a med tent for a while, and
Yeah, like we talk about USF economy being insane, but like there's factors into it: logistics, med tech, for that free model.
Rifles and not elite infantry.
Riflemen, not Rangers, yeah.
That said, this one Ranger's Vet 2, so this is one of those games where, you know, I see people in chat saying it's over for the Allies, and it doesn't look good, I'll grant you that, but this is a DAC player who's invested into P3s, so we're not going to see a Tiger anytime soon. And we've got Rangers that are on their way to, you know, getting more Vet. We've got Vet 1 on this one with the bazooka. This one's got 2 bazookas in Vet 2. So
Look at the VPs. There's a lot of VPs to go. Late game Rangers running at you are so hard to fight. They've got no flat filling, you know. They got Pions of freeze, and that's it. A Brumbar, sure, but like you can avoid the Brumbar.
yeah, Rumbers were their best bet. Still haven't recovered this MG42. Either side. Definitely someone should think about grabbing that. Again, just not that much indirect on the field, so these kind of things become much more valuable.
Yeah. So you're a fan of this med tent here, or I know that you weren't a fan of the med tent overall because of it being stationary.
There's no league, so I think it's fine. The Vespa's going to shoot it, but is it 2 Vespas actually?
That's fair. Yeah. Oh, is it?
No, I don't know what the other thing targeting it is.
I guess that's fair. No LERG, so you're not getting punished so much.
The League can barrage every 20 seconds, so you just can't. It's not possible to get the med tent up against League. But against the Vespa, you can see it's easy to repair it before. And again, it's there. Look at where it reinforces to. So, you know, this is a very good tool to keep on the field. Keep your AT guns healthy.
Yeah. Now, I would like to point out that Udo Red is floating a lot right now, and this is not what you want to do when you're behind. You're arguably, well, you're definitely behind. You could be getting another 76mm out. You could be getting logistics. You could be getting both.
Yeah, gotta spend those resources. SSRB2 could build another Sherman now. Would love to see him do that. Huge PG grenade. If these pairs get wiped, that's the last real infantry squad for SSRB.
Oh yes,
and
it's
it does go
SSRB
down.
76mm.
That is brutal. We've got 27 pop versus 75 on the top side, and 95 pop versus 41 on the bottom side.
I think we're just waiting for the right click here, and it is potentially coming in.
Yeah. These Rangers have to have some pretty strong backs. Ooh, we've got some off maps called in.
What is this?
I don't know. I guess it's the
Zero Barrage.
yeah, it's the Zero Barrage. AT gets wiped.
Almost walking into it himself.
Yeah, that would have been nice for the Allies, huh?
We have a Hellcat reporting for duty.
Ooh. It's MG in the building. Where's that mortar at?
Dead, isn't it?
I guess dead, yeah. Having to give up the
Yeah.
mid tent position. Building a second one
Carried out.
further back.
Oh no.
This is like another way to do logistics. You just have double the casualties.
You have command points.
I mean, he could have just, like, SSRB could have just moved his med tent closer to his allies' base, you know? That's like a very go-to for 2v2s.
In an ideal world, definitely.
Yeah. There's something to note for those who are newer, I suppose. Build your med tent between you and your ally.
Yeah, you can, while it's building, you can select it and see the radius that it will give in heals. And so I'll often delete it while it's building and reposition it so it's like perfectly covering both of the retreat points.
Yeah. Because having one, like having that med 10 just in the perfect spot allows you to just also push your unit to the edge of your spawn as well, instead of just sitting in HQ.
This one MG providing a ton of value in this building. All these Rangers getting suppressed.
I'm trying to find the mortar to see if like maybe they've left it somewhere, but I think it's dead or is stolen. It's probably dead.
Enemy forces are converging on a fuel point.
We do have a carpet bomb ready to go for SSRB, so not too late for them to make some magic happen.
Victory points under their control. Act now.
They are 76 millimeters. Yeah, it's looking to be
Ready to go.
over for the Allies in this game.
Here's
I
the
think
bombing run.
Oh yeah.
Okay, he is reacting, but the bazooka
Bit slow.
nerf is gonna slow down the rumble a little bit. I'm like really huffing the copium now. No, nothing's gonna happen from that.
You got optimism. Okay, you got optimism. That's okay. We like optimism here.
This game was marked by the players as a fire game, so I'm just waiting for the moments where things start to get really spicy.
Like, I'm trying to figure out like who actually did the winners mark it as fire.
Perhaps. Never know. I guess I could check.
We can easily see.
Not that these were bad games, but. Oh, I like this. This is AI style decapping from Udo. He's got the 5 and the cutoff. That's pretty funny.
Enemy movement near victory point. We've lost the scout squad.
Yeah, the winners did fire it.
Okay. Understandable.
Victory point.
This is one of those games where, you know, I think the boys with guns put up enough of a fight that it felt like it was you know, at least somewhat competitive the whole time, but it was never really it was never really out of the ex-officers club hands. So
There was like moments there that they could have been like, aha, they could have came back.
okay, Spike says both teams did. Yeah, this.
Oh, you okay?
Some nice
Maybe it
pickups
was
here.
their best game. Maybe it was like the best game they had this.
Yeah, I mean it is a little messy, and you know it's not over yet. We've got 42 VP, so I'm still waiting for you know, match time's hidden from me, so we don't know. This could go on another hour. You never know.
You are really sniffing the copium right now.
I'm just joking. I'm not anticipating them getting a VP back. They don't have the tools.
We're down to 25 points.
Texas have way too much.
He's getting grounded again. Good guy. I will say though, this game did have its moments. So it's not a bad overall. It was a stomp, but
Yeah.
there was some good stuff.
Yeah, I was ready for the Vet 3 Rangers to show up and carry, but
They were doing a lot of work, but the captain said the Rangers are dead. Everybody's dead. And you know what? Again, it could have been like their best game in the group stage that they got, because there was quite a few stomps in here. There's varied game, skill levels in all of the games.
yeah, as anticipated. I mean, except for the top 2 or 3 teams in each group, you know, there's a pretty wide variety of people who signed up in terms of MMR. And again, I want to give a ton of credit to people who are lower MMR who signed up, who put up their best fight. I think it's awesome. You get good tournament experience, and I hope everybody who joined who's not making it through to the limb stages does come back for the next open tournament, because you know, you got to participate and get your butt kicked before you can start winning.
There's a lot of higher tier players who don't join because they just don't think they will do that well anyway. You know, so these newer players, lower elo, fair enough, man. There's nothing to lose really. It's like, of course, no offense to them, they're not going to win it, but they're going to get it's for the experience, right? And you never know. You might have a really good game against a good player, and people can see that. You know, you never know. I mean, we've seen that. What was that? The last series was like 1.2k versus like 500 elo difference, and they did good.
They took a game.
Very good.
You just never know, and that's why it's good to come and try. Azlight says, "Make it higher next time." Mark my words. Heck yeah.